Hey y'all, I've had a lot of questions from many different people about my electricity, my propane, what's this, what's that. So I thought I would do this extremely boring video and maybe answer some questions that for new people or regular people that have not had a scene or what I'm doing in my camper. I'm a full-time camper living in a 40-foot toy hauler, and I'm having to do things a little differently. I don't have propane because I ran out. So the heater doesn't work, but the heater never worked in the first place. Um, we think, or I think, some people have said that it's my thermostat's out. Because so one time it did turn on, but it had to be on like 90 for it to turn on, and it was really cold outside. So at this time, the thermostat is the main culprit, but lack of propane is obvious the culprit too. So I have electric heat. Now, I make sure and I triple check before I go to bed and everything like that that this heater nothing is touching it. That's why it's out in the middle of the open. I am scared to death of fires, so that is why it is in the open, plugged straight into the wall. I will not plug these into an extension cord, but everything is clearly open around it, so I'm hoping for the best. But just in case, we do have fire extinguisher. I hope I never have to use it. I hope that never has to happen. But everything's clear around it. Yes, my floor's a mess. I need a vacuum, and one day I'll get one. But right now it's not important. So, I hope that maybe helps some of the heater situation questions I have, or y'all have. My other questions I get is, how am I running my hot water? Hot water is gas or electric. Propane or electric. So it's on electric. I can run either or. Yeah, those are my snazzy moo-moos. My fridge will run on gas or electric. My camper is made to run off grid. In front of the fifth wheel, I've got a giant fifth wheel, is a giant generator. So if I need to, I can run a generator and it'll power everything on here. Or I can turn everything to propane if I had full tanks. I've got two 50-gallon tanks. I just can't afford to get it right now, and so everything's on electric. And I know my bill's going to be high, but I was paying almost $200 in the summertime running the window unit that's right there and the overhead unit that doesn't really cool. So I'm prepared for $200 electric bills again or higher. I understand that, but a lot of times this is off. A lot of times since I've gone without heat for long enough that I'm okay without turning on heat. Here tonight it's going to be 32, so I went ahead and put it on a little bit of low heat just so it'll warm up in here. But it's not. I've gone so long without heat, it doesn't bother me that much. I've lived in my car in Oklahoma in a winter. I'm pretty tough, folks. So, hopefully that answers some questions. I know this is a very boring video, but I wanted to get that out there for anybody that has those questions. If you got any more questions, let me know. If you're a first-time camper too that are having some questions and you're like, what do I do? Holler at me. I might have answers. I really don't know. My stove, when I have propane, it's a beautiful stove. It works just fine. But there's no propane, so I took a piece of this. I have a piece of board with three drying mats. This did not catch on fire. This was from a pan I put up here that was on for my grill, and now it's ruined. Yes, I tried to wash it, but whatever. Anyway, and so I have it like another cooking station or whatever, because I have electric skillet and stuff like that sometimes that can be plugged in right here. But most of the time I cook outside on my outside stove, or I cook in my garage where it's got more power options, electric skillet, electric griddle, crock pot, that kind of thing. So anyway, I hope that answers some questions. And if not, let me know and I will try to answer you some more questions. I got a pretty big stove, so I could do some serious cooking if I need to be. And I probably need to get somebody out here to look at the heater situation. That might be good. I also have two heaters for my tanks. I've got 3 tanks and I've got 2 heaters here for some of them. I technically have 4 tanks, but one's a gas tank that holds gas for ATVs and off-road vehicles. So I warm, if it gets really bad, I can turn these on and heat up my tanks. And then I can trade my water heater to electric or gas. And that one's for my water pump. These no longer are accurate or work right, because these all say that it's full when I just emptied all of them. So that no longer works either. But anyway, y'all take care.